Hello everybody and welcome to my 13th Visual Basic in Excel tutorial. This tutorial, as I said at the end of the last tutorial, was going to be about while loops, but instead I'm going to add in an extra tutorial about using for loops and including if statements within them. So I've got this zoomed out a bit. I'm in a higher resolution just so you can see the entire sheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a macro that will go across the entire sheet and then down this entire sheet and check each cell. So if I go into my editor, I've made the text a little bit bigger by going into tools and options and then editor format, and then that lets you change the text size. So we want sub check sheet, and we want it to go, we want a for loop, so we want for row equals 1, 2, and the end of the sheet is at 256, and we want next. So this is going to go for do 256 times this code here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way through to 256, and then if we add another for loop in then as well, so for column, the row we don't want to 256, the column we want to 256, sorry, so put the row to 428 because that's roughly where we are here at the bottom, so 428 and column equals 1 to 256. There are 65,536 different rows, but I don't want to go through all of them, and I'll show you the reason for that when I run the macro. So we need another next. So the outside for loop is going to go through each row, and then for each row it's going to go through every column and then run whatever code's in here. So I want to have an if statement, so if, and we want it to check the cell it's in, so this workbook dot sheets sheet 1 dot cells, and we want the row and the column. So we're going to use the row counter for the cells rows counter and the column counter for the column row counter. We want value, and I want to test whether or not it's equal to 1. And then we need an end if. So this is going to go through every row and every column to 256 and 428, and it's going to check each cell to see if it's equal to 1, and then if it is equal to 1 then I want it to change the colour of the background. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. I haven't covered this yet. So sheet 1 dot cells row comma column, and use interior and colour, and make sure colour is spelled in the American way, not the English way, as otherwise it won't work. If you try and put in colour like that, then it's not going to happen. And then we need to set that equal to what colour we want it to be, and I've got them up here. You set it as a number and equal to a different colour, so you can get this just by searching for ColorIndex Excel in Google or whatever. So we want colour equals 1 because I want it to be black, and then that's it. So what's this code going to do? It's going to go through the first row, and then for every column from 1 to 256, so all the columns in the first row, is going to check each cell for whether it's equal to 1, and then if it is, then it's going to set the colour equal to black. And then it will do it to the second row, and then the third row, and then the fourth row, all the way down to the 428th row. So I'm going to run this now. I go on to sheet 1, and if I press Alt F8 and click Run, then we can watch this run. And you'll see it's going through every single row and it's checking them all, and then it's done. The reason I haven't done it for the whole sheet, for the whole 60,000, as you saw, it took about 5 seconds to go down to 428. And if you imagine it going down to 60,000, it's going to take at least like 10 minutes, and I don't really want to have just a video of you watching one of my macros run. So you can test out doing it for the whole worksheet if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. I'd advise only doing it if you have to. What else I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how you can create one of these tables yourself. I'll do it in sheet 3. So if I go back into here and delete this, then if I go for row equals 1 to 56, because there's 56 different colours, and then if I make each box equal to this workbook dot sheets, and I want sheet 3 dot cells, and then use the row counter, just going to go down each row, and dot interior dot color, and then set that equal to row. So instead of being equal to an actual chosen colour, it's going to change the colour each time. So if I run this now, run, and it's made them all black. So now there's a good reason for this, and it's because I've used colour instead of ColorIndex. What I need to be writing is ColorIndex in there instead, and then it takes an integer value and turns it into a colour. It's just in my last code where I put colour equals to 1, it would recognise that as just black anyway. So, but for the actual index, I need to be putting ColorIndex and not colour. So if I run this now, run, and there you go, you've got your ColorIndex table there. So in the next tutorial I actually will be going on to while loops. So thanks for listening, and I hope you will be listening again soon.